Welcome to all our Ornamental Fish Wiz viewers. Thanks for joining us for another one of our videos. Now, today we'll be showing you how we adjusted our piping for our vats because we realized that the waste is not being efficiently taken out. Want to know more? Stay tuned. Welcome back to all our viewers. Now, today we'll be adjusting that piping area to accommodate and to effectively remove our waste a little better. So we are going to be measuring our pipe and we are going to be replacing two parts. Now, one of the areas that we are going to be replacing is that bottom area where we are going to be cutting those holes, a lot more holes to accommodate and to remove the waste a little bit more effectively. Now, this is just one of the ideas that we're trying out to see which one of the ideas work better as the waste swirls. So we are going to be cutting our PVC pipe. We added about 5 more inches in length to the bottom half of our piping. So we are cutting a fresh piece of pipe to fit at the bottom of our piping. Now, as we do all our piping, what we usually use to hold the parts together is pipe tape. Now we will wrap this around the pipe and then it will allow us to fit the pipe into the connecting parts way a lot better, tighter, without any leakages. Now, one of the reasons that we do this, because our system can be assembled and reassembled, so therefore we have not permanently glued any of these parts together. We only use the pipe tape and we ensure that it is fitted tightly in all the connecting parts. Now we are going to be connecting our elbow to our new piece of pipe that we cut. So we are connecting the first elbow because we are going to be using 2 elbows on this piece of pipe. So what we are going to be doing, we are going to be cutting the holes. Now that area is where the waste usually runs through those holes. Now we are going to replace in those holes in that piece of pipe to see if it works more effectively. So we are going to be cutting some holes and we'll be cutting those holes at least 2 inches apart. This will be our flattening area to remove. After cutting those holes, now we have cut holes all along the area of the pipe. After finished cutting those holes, now there is where our waste will be coming through. Now what we are going to be doing, we are going to be changing that T area to an elbow. So we are going to be placing an elbow in that area. So we'll be removing the base part and also the top half. So we'll be connecting both areas with an elbow. So we are going to be placing an elbow at one end, and the other part will act as the overflow. So we are going to be adding some additional tape to that other piece of pipe, which we are going to place inside the elbow, and that will act as our overflow. Now the other end will be connected to the area that runs the vat. So when we're finished here, we will be having a U-shaped piping. So one end would be our overflow end, and the other end will be connected to the exit, which the water runs out to our filter. So we are just adding some tape to the top part of that area, because that piece of pipe will be connected to our exit pipe. So therefore, when we are finished, we are supposed to have it looking like a U. So we are connecting our elbow to the end. So if you look closely, you realize that our pipe resembles a U. So the waste will travel from that bottom area right up, and it will go right up to the exit area and run to the filter. So we are going to connect this pipe in our vat now to see how effectively it works. So we have already removed that part already, so we are going to be connecting it. So that area is going to be resting at the bottom of the vat. So to get our pipe fitted tightly, sometimes we have to give it a little tap with a rubber mallet so that the connections will be tightly fitted. So here you have it. We have connected our pipe, and we are going to be testing this over the period of a month to see how effectively it will filter this vat. So this is how it looks in the vat. So the area at the bottom is the area where all the holes are. So the holes are at the bottom. So as the water swirls, the waste will enter into those holes and through to the exit area. So let us just look at where our water exits. Now if you look carefully, you would see that a couple pieces of waste, you will see that the waste is coming up and going through. If you look closely, so we'll be monitoring this over the period of a month. Thanks much for joining us for yet another Ornamental Fish Wiz video. Please remember to share, like and comment.